My name is Claire Donovan. I'm 34 years old. My mother didn't just hurt me, she trained me to hate myself. She taught me that love was conditional, that marriage was a trap, that family was something you survived, not something you felt safe inside. By 28, I didn't believe in love. I didn't believe in stability. And I swore I would never become her. But one night, my 6-year-old daughter asked me a question that made my stomach drop. And for the first time in my life, I had to face something terrifying. Was I becoming her anyway? That's when I made a decision my mother never could. Before I continue, subscribe and tell me where you're watching from and what time it is. I read every comment. Our home in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania was spotless. Everything looked perfect. My mother believed in appearances. If I cried, she called it manipulation. If I succeeded, she said it was expected. If I failed, she said it proved her right. She never screamed. She didn't need to. Her cruelty was precise, controlled. No one will ever love you the way I do. That sentence followed me into adulthood. By 25, I sabotaged every relationship. If someone treated me well, I didn't trust it. If someone criticized me, it felt familiar. And familiar felt safe. I married young, divorced quickly. Because when my husband raised his voice once, just once, during an argument, I shut down completely. In my mind, conflict meant abandonment. That's what I'd been trained to believe. When my daughter Lily was born, I made one promise. She would never feel small in her own home, but trauma doesn't disappear because you make a vow. It waits, and it shows up quietly. One evening, after a long day, Lily spilled juice on the rug. I didn't yell, but I sighed, hard, and I said, "Why can't you ever be more careful?" The room went still, and for a split second, I heard my mother's voice in mine, to believe. That night, while I tucked Lily into bed, she looked at me and asked, "Mommy, do you get disappointed in me a lot?" It wasn't angry. It wasn't dramatic. It was curious. That question took the air out of the room, because I remembered asking my own mother something similar once. She'd said, "If you did better, I wouldn't have to be disappointed." And suddenly I saw it. Not the rug, not the juice, the pattern. I didn't sleep that night. I sat in the kitchen in the dark, replaying everything. The sighs, the tone shifts, the subtle corrections. I wasn't screaming, but I was teaching her something. That love comes with evaluation, that mistakes change how you're seen, that approval can disappear. I swore I would never become her. But trauma doesn't copy volume, it copies patterns. The next morning, I apologized. Directly. Clearly. I told Lily I was wrong. That spilling juice doesn't change how I feel about her. That being careful is something we learn, not something we are. She hugged me like nothing had happened. Children forgive quickly. But this wasn't about forgiveness. It was about interruption. I started therapy 2 weeks later. Not because I was broken, but because I refused to pass something broken forward. Months later, I told my mother I was in therapy. She laughed, called me dramatic, said I was blaming her for normal parenting. For the first time, I didn't argue. I said calmly, "I'm not blaming you. I'm choosing differently." She had no response. Because breaking a cycle threatens the person who created it. My mother has never apologized. She doesn't believe she needs to. But I did. And that's the difference. I chose awareness over pride, growth over control, repair over ego. My daughter will never grow up wondering if she's loved, because I decided it ends with me. I don't hate my mother. I understand her now. But understanding doesn't mean repeating. Sometimes the most powerful revenge isn't destruction, it's evolution. My name is Claire. I'm 34 years old, and I made a choice my mother never could. If this story resonated with you, There's another one waiting on your screen right now. I'll see you there.